Let's start though with you, Supriya Shrinet, because I think the middle class budget is what it's being referred to by many pundits and commentators. They're saying the BJP has gone where the Narendra Modi government has not gone in the past, actually reached out to the middle class with a substantial tax relief.
So thank you very much for having me on the show, and it's a good evening to both my fellow panelists as well as your viewers. The reality is that this budget is going to make a bunch of 3.4 crore people happy, but what about the rest of this country? And I can go rattling data after data to tell you that what in this budget is going to kickstart growth. Yes, it is perhaps meant for those 3.4 crore people who will be made happy because, you know, the tax slab has been tweaked with and there is an exemption of up to 12 lakh. It will perhaps also make a lot of people in Bihar happy, and I have no qualms with that. But I am actually going to step back and ask you and point out in the direction of where are the fault lines, and nobody is talking about that, the pundits, so to say. The reality is that when we talked about economic slowdown, there was vehement opposition from the Treasury benches saying all is well. The revenue receipts are lower by over 41,000 crore rupees in budget 24-25. The tax receipts are lower by almost 27,000 crore, pointing to an acute slowdown. You then go on to see where are the places where this government has trimmed the budget. On health, on education, on social welfare, on agriculture, on rural development, on urban development, and even development of the Northeast. Let me point out a figure to you. Rural development, the budget was an X amount. It has been cut by over 75,000 crore rupees in the revised numbers for fiscal year 24-25. I then go on to point out what this government has done for the less privileged, the SC, ST, OBC community. PM Anasuchit Jati Abhyuday Yojana, the budget is down. PM Young Achiever Scholarship, the budget is down. PM Metric Scholarship for SCs, the budget is down. Program for Development of Dalits, the budget is down. Where is this government's focus?
No,
and
but
one
the
will
headline,
ask the question.
Supriya Shrinet, before I go to Gaurav Vallabh, the headline, the big headline, you've been someone who's been in the news media, the big headline is going to be, like it or not, the perception, the narrative that the middle class has got a huge tax relief.
Rajdeep, I remember the last time I was with you on the budget. The big headline was capital expenditure. You know, a figure of 1, 1, 1, 1 and 3 times more 1. The reality is that the government has cut capital expenditure by over 92,000 crore rupees.
I am asking you about the middle class.
In the new budgetary estimates. I am just saying what makes news is essentially not what will translate into economic growth. Okay. You have to grow at over 8% every year for the next 20 years if you have to achieve Viksit Bharat by 2047, not by 6.4% or a decadal growth of 6%. That is the bottom line. Okay. That is the crude reality.
Gaurav Vallabh, respond. Is the government, in a sense, therefore, while trumpeting this fact that, look, we've given the middle class this huge relief, not addressing the real questions which lie out there when it comes to job creation, when it comes to triggering of a faster growth? You are hoping and banking somewhere that middle class demand will rise, and also at the same time perhaps trying to appease the same middle class that has been complaining, hamare liye kuch nahi kiya Modi sarkar ne. Now at least you can claim we've given them this tax relief.
Rajdeep, the total impact to the revenue for giving this kind of concession is 1 lakh crore. Yes. Where this 1 lakh crore will go? It will go in the market. And you know the multiplier factor of this 1 lakh crore, at least 10 times. And I will give you how it is going to work. If your take-home salary is going to increase by 1 lakh, if my take-home salary is going to increase by 1 lakh, if my other co-panelists, whether working or not, I don't know, but if they are earning salary of, for example, 18 lakh to 20 lakh, their take-home salary is going to increase by 1 lakh rupees per annum. Where it will go, Rajdeep? It will go in the market. Our consumption is going to increase. For that consumption, MSMEs and the large corporates has to produce more. And when they are going to produce more, the GDP will grow, the employment levels are going to grow. This is point number 1. Now coming to that, this budget had only focused on middle class. Rajdeep, MSME loan limits got increased from 5 crore to 10 crore. 10,000 crore rupees of fund for the startups, for artificial intelligence, 3 centers of excellence, for Kisan credit card limit got increased from 3 lakh to 5 lakh. We are going to become self-reliant as far as the Dalhan Utpadan is concerned. So tell me an area where this budget is not able to answer.
Got a Delhi election in a few days from now, large middle class population. Is this Prime Minister Modi's message to the middle class, or is it about using the middle class to revive the animal spirits of the economy across the country?
If I am working in Trivandrum or Bangalore or Kochi or Jamshedpur or Delhi or Srinagar, up to 1,06,250 rupees of monthly income, no tax, no tax. So if in our country we are having every year election, then every year budget is going to be presented. Don't link it to the election. That is the reason we are telling that go for one nation, one election, which they are not accepting. Okay. So when LCD, LED prices will come down, when mobile prices will come down, when extra seats will be added in IITs, when 70,000 new medical seats will be added in next 5 years, is it going to only for one state or across the country?
Jasmine Shah, respond, because I come back to there's a Delhi election in a couple of days from now, and there's a sense that over the next couple of days the BJP in its campaign will say, look, we are fulfilling the demands of Delhi's middle class. Some figures put Delhi's middle class at 45%, some as high as 67%. Either way, has the BJP now with this budget at least got that election narrative in the next couple of days to take to the people?
Absolutely not, Rajdeep. And let me on your show burst this bubble that the Modi government has done something big for the middle class. Now, Rajdeep, you know very well for the last 10 years, ever since Prime Minister Modi took the charge, the middle class in India has been bleeding. All kinds of taxes have been imposed upon them. GST on daily food essential items. Excise on petrol and diesel have shot through the roof. 3 times increase in the last 10 years. And to a dying middle class, if you come at the last moment and offer a small lollipop, you think you are going to wipe away their tears. Rajdeep, 2 weeks back, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal,
is it a small lollipop or a substantially large one?
No, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you why. No, I'll tell you why a small lollipop. Because only 2% of people in India pay income taxes. Let's say the middle class in India is around 30%. A lot of people say that. Even only a fraction of this 30%, not even 10% of the middle class is going to avail of these benefits. What about the worries and the concerns of the remaining middle class? And I'll tell you what those concerns are. Mr. Arvind Kejriwal 2 weeks back iterated 7 key demands that would have impacted the entire middle class. अगर आपको middle class की इतनी परवाह थी तो ये सारे काम करते. It was because of our pressure, Arvind ji's pressure, that even this income tax exemption limit has been increased. But he also said that remove GST on essential day-to-day food items. You have not done that. He also said that increase the budget to health and education to 10% of the budget, so that the quality is improved and people don't have to spend out of their pockets for education and health. We said that give some relief to senior citizens, have some kind of a pension plan and reinstore the 50% concession on rail ticket for senior citizens. कुछ नहीं किया इन्होंने, एक छोटी सी lollipop दे दी. But the reality is, even if you keep aside the entire propaganda around the middle class, what about the rest of the country?
Gaurav Ballabh, headline grabbing, small lollipop, not addressing the core issues is the criticism. Those who are praising the budget are saying, look, yes, the middle class has got this tax bonanza, but the real issues remain out there. We've still seen stagnant incomes. We've still seen the fact is that a number of people have struggled with jobs. You've not addressed some of the core issues with health and education is what you're
I'm coming to that. I don't know why my friend from Aam Aadmi Party is against the government employees, the people who are salaried employee. 12.75 lakh per annum, no tax for salaried employees. And he is telling we are against this move. I can't understand. This is beyond my understanding.
No, he's saying it's a small lollipop.
So 1 lakh rupees of saving per annum, 1 lakh rupees of saving per annum is small for Aam Aadmi Party. Because they buy the curtains for 6 crore, 20 crore rupees, toilet. So for them, 1 lakh rupees of saving per annum is small. But for a middle class people in Delhi, that is very important. That is very big amount. It may be small for you. It may be small for Mr. Kejriwal, but not for the middle class and salaried class people of Delhi and the entire country.